Hi, my name is Marco. I'm a former pro opera singer turned voice actor. Today we're going to be listening to Regression from Honkai Impact. I'm very excited to listen to it after listening to my last Honkai Impact video. I know a little bit about this, but I've purposely tried to remove it from my mind. I was sent the description and I'm trying to just go into this completely blind. So here we go.
Too much of the past for one to memorize. Too many words remain for one to read through the lines. The ebb and flow of the crowd flood the world and paradise along the path of time. Every night brings a dream, but the day relentlessly keeps me awake. All the rest will be done whenever a choice is made. Every living soul in the fray is striving for their own safe place. Life is
Again, I'm mystified that this comes from a game, and this isn't like a pop song that you would hear on the radio or anything like that. Like this is a game. This comes from a game. And I think there is such a sense of pain here and such a sense of great sadness and regret at choices that were made. I'm listening to the lyrics, but I'm also just trying to listen to the way that the singer is singing and the way that the music underneath is playing. And there is this sense of like deep, like, I wish you could understand that, like, I didn't mean to do the things that I did. Like, I really care about you, and things happen the way they happen because we didn't have a choice. Our backs were against the wall. We had to. I could be completely wrong, but there is that sound of sadness and wishing you could take something back, and regret that is just not. It's obvious to me that is the theme of the vocal line.
too long to end that race. Just a drop of water suffices.
There too, it's kind of interesting. This sotto voce kind of from far away or quieter than the soloist. It's not a soloist. In a lot of ways, this is a mental thought process. This is not what's happening in the moment. This is a person wrapping their brain around a situation to try to cope with it rather than them exclaiming it or talking about it publicly. This is their inner thoughts, their inner monologue. Also, this is a bit low, and it lends itself to the soul must play out on the stage. It's a very talked range. It doesn't. The soul must be played on the range. It's not sung. It's a very raw. Its soul must played out on the range. It's almost like you're talking, and that sound helps us as listeners to really feel the raw truth of what this person is saying and what's happened in the environment that's caused this great sad sacrifice.
We'll return to the self when there's a curtain call. Every traces overlapped and then begin.
So beautifully done. And I love when we end with things like and this like crackle fade out. I also think it's interesting because it doesn't end da 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 da, which would be a more resolute finish. I think there's some business like that isn't fully left. There are things that are left unfinished in this situation, whatever this is describing. And I think that, you know, this music is really does feel like it's about regret and a lack of wishing to go back and just knowing that things can't change and choices had to be made, and we're left with the, you know, every action has a reaction, and every cause has an effect, and everything has consequences, and you really see that in this piece. It's beautiful. Okay, so now that I've listened to the music of Regression and talked about what the music felt like and sounded like, let's watch the video. I'm expecting a ton of sadness and a ton of distress and a breakup, probably. Let's check it out.
Too much of the past for one to memorize. Too many words remain for one to read through the line.
Yeah, wow, okay. So this is like childhood, growing up together and experiencing untold trauma and suffering that should have bound you together. But in this case, it looks like they're separating apart, which is incredibly sad.
The ebb and flow of the crowd flood the world and paradise along the path of time. Every night brings a dream, but the day relentlessly keeps me awake. All the rest will be torn out whenever a choice is made. Every living soul in the fray is striving for their own safe place. Life is too long to end that way.
Ooh, that is so much sadder with the visual. Well, I feel like they're living their parallel lives away from each other. Somehow he ends up in some sort of land of the dead, or he's fighting against, he's fighting to stay alive. She's about to be put to death, and she's fighting to stay alive. And it feels like they're living away from each other, but together. And she lives and he dies. Whew.
Personas played out on the stage will return.
It's this timeless love thing, right? Where we understand that they have a life and they have lived together and they have experienced innocence and peace, and time hasn't necessarily been something that they've thought about. And then all of a sudden, just like that, there's this radical shift, and time, it's like they become aware of time marching on, and that we're all marching on towards something. And it's like when you suddenly become aware that time is moving forward, and it's like, you know that this moment won't last forever, and you get really emotional about it. And someone may approach you and they may be like, hey, why are you upset about this? Like, that, what's going on? And they can't understand what you've suddenly become aware of, that it will never be like this again. Holding on to that love for somebody and this feeling of knowing that they're slipping through your fingers is quite painful.
To the self, when there's a curtain call, every night brings a dream, but the day relentlessly keeps me awake. All the rest will be torn up whenever a choice is made. Everyone has their own desire, leading to the ultimate. Life is too long to end at just a drop of water suffices. Still I wish to embrace the world with my thoughts. And you may dream time to live where I have stood so long. Letting you go, recover traces overlapped, and then begin.
So he was spending all that time trying to rewind time so that he could protect her and save her, even in death. Wow. That was really powerful. Okay, I mean, you know, this stuff is so interesting. I mean, I'm completely surprised again by Honkai Impact 3rd, and just these mature themes of life and love and loss and growth and change, and it really that really hit me in a spot there, from my own personal life experiences and wanting things to be different and changing things and wanting to hold on for just changes that never come, and wishing that I could rewind time, and I mean that wow. Well, if you're as sad as I am, I'm in a great mood now. If you want to join the Discord, feel free to check out that link. If you want to support the channel, I appreciate that. There's links for that in the About section as well. And as always, thanks a ton, and hey, talk to you later. Bye.